Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Helen Isak, and I'm a pharmacist career strategist. I help pharmacists make a transition from a traditional pharmacy role to a non traditional pharmacy role. And today I'm going to speak to you about career transition anxiety. I've seen it happen with almost every pharmacist I work with, including myself, when I made a transition from retail pharmacy to pharmaceutical industry. And it's really difficult sometimes. We make a big decision like that to go from different roles. So it brings on all these anxieties. So what I'm going to talk to you about today, 7 different areas where I've seen the most anxiety occur and tips to overcome those anxieties. Number one, identify and acknowledge the anxiety. It's there, right? So how do you help yourself with that? A journal your thoughts. Why am I anxious? What exactly am I nervous about? What is this fear coming from? And when you do that and break it down in these really specific ideas and thoughts that you have, you'll kind of ease that anxiety a bit. Like, what exactly am I afraid of? What am I anxious about? Number two, make a career transition plan. Plan. I'm all about planning. So when you plan out what you're trying to accomplish and the steps to get there, it breaks down the anxiety also because you know what steps you need to take and how long it's going to take you to get there and what to expect, right? So number one, I want to do a non-traditional role. Which one I need to do? So make a plan, explore those roles, look online, work with a mentor, work with a career coach such as myself, and exploring these different non-traditional roles that are available to you and write all that down. How do I find out about these roles? When you have a plan like that and know what's coming next, then you can actually again reduce that career transition anxiety that you may be having. And number three, I think one of my favorites, identify these transferable skills that you have. As pharmacists, we have so many skills that you're using every day that transfer over to quite a few roles. You communicate with patients and healthcare professionals on a daily basis. You engage in scientific discussions with healthcare professionals. You counsel patients on their medication. You have this vast clinical knowledge. These are just a small subset of the skills you have as a pharmacist that you use every day that could transfer over. So write these skills down. All the skills that you're using at work every day in your current traditional pharmacy setting. You'll be surprised at how well prepared you are and how valued you will be in a non-traditional role. Next, mindset. A fixed mindset would tell you, hey, you're in this established career, you have a good job, making good money. Why would you even consider doing anything else? Well, no, we want a growth mindset. We want to grow, right? So if you're growing, you got to step out of your comfort zone. How do you do that? You go and do something beyond what you're normally doing. You have this mindset that you can do the impossible, you can do these things, because I'll tell you, there are people doing it every day. I work with pharmacists who have been doing it. I have done it. And you'll be really surprised at how much opportunities out there available to you. So have that growth mindset. Do daily affirmations. On the internet, it's all over the place, right? You can follow these different groups that talk about growth mindset and how you can really have that for yourself so you can move forward. Next, network, right? Network with other pharmacists who are doing what you are already doing on the same journey as you. Talk to your mentor, talk to different people around you, and just be in that environment. Go to congresses, start talking to people when you're there. Local events that's happening with pharmacists in your area. You'll be pleasantly surprised how many pharmacists out there are already doing what you're doing or on the same journey who want to network with you. We're on all these social platforms. You can join these different groups and you can do the same thing yourself. And then next, take action. Even imperfect action, right? You have to have some movement. You don't want to get stagnant and you sit back, oh, I need to do this first and this first and this first. Hey, while you're doing all that, nothing's happening, right? Take small steps. Like I said before, just go out to a congress and just meet pharmacists. Talk to pharmacists, start exploring different roles. But any steps that you take is leading you closer to your goal. Work with a pharmacy career coach, such as myself, right? And you'll see, again, that will help reduce the anxiety because you've already kind of put yourself out there. And lastly, work with a coach such as myself. I work with pharmacists and helping them make this transition from a not from a traditional role to a non-traditional role. I guide you every step of the way. We have one-on-one sessions and work through your specific plan and what you need to do to be a success, right? So all of these things I just talked about can really help in reducing that career transition anxiety you may be having since you made this decision to make a transition over. I'll go over them for you again. Number one, acknowledge the anxiety and the fear that you're having. Number two, make a plan, a career transition plan. Number three, identify your skills, your transferable skills. Again, you have lots of them. Number four, a growth mindset, right? You can do the impossible because people are doing it all the time. Number five, network with other pharmacists who are doing the same thing you're doing, who've already done it, who's on the same journey as you. Number six, take action, imperfect action, and you'll be surprised at how you move closer. And finally, work with a professional coach such as myself. And when you do these kind of things, you'll see that transition anxiety starts to go lower and lower, and your confidence builds up at the same time. So if you're ready to make a pivot and work with someone like myself, book a session with me, and we can do an initial strategy session to see how we can get you to that next step. Thanks for watching.